Continuing on with the second part of Project 3, we are going to be working in outline mode. Outline mode is going to let us see the points and the paths of the object without the colors and fills. We're going to see that lemon coming through. We want to go to View Smart Guides because we want to make sure that the Smart Guides are turned on. Make sure there's a check mark. If not, click it, select it so that you get that. We also want to make sure that snap to point is turned off. So deselect that. The reason for that is because the smart guides won't work with that snap to point thing. They kind of get overridden by it. In your layers panel, you want to make sure that you have the lemon selected. Next, we want to go to View, Outline, and that's going to just allow us to see the outline view of the lemon. This is going to allow us to pick up the colors of the lemon. Oh, and I can actually see that I've kind of got some of my lines off, so don't worry too much about yours. The template layer isn't affected when we view the file in outline mode. We can see the mesh framework, we can see the pixels of the lemon, and we're going to sample colors directly from the lemon itself. Pick up your direct selection tool and click the left anchor point on the bottom horizontal mesh line to select that mesh point. So we want to pick up this one. Okay? You can probably start with any of them. Just that's an easy place to point to. With the mesh point selected, pick up your eyedropper tool and select the color right near the point. Use your control key to toggle back to the next mesh point. Select it, pick up a color right next to it. Toggle again, pick up your next point. Toggle, pick up your next point. Toggle, pick up your next point. Toggle, pick up your next point. Go up to your next one. Toggle. Let's see. It's going to be one of the two of these. Then start your next line. Now, before we go on too far, let's go to View and do your GPU preview. And you can see how you're starting to pick up those colors from the actual lemon. So let's go back to your outline view, and we're going to keep on going. Toggle again. Let's pick up one of these anchor points up here and pick up that color. Pick up this one and pick a point right next to it. And you're just going to work your way all around this lemon. You're not going to need to watch me all the time. I'll try and speed through this and just keep working all the way around. Okay, got all your points? Let's go to View and do a GPU view. Wow, I missed a couple of places, but you know what's great about this? I can go back in and go back to View again and to my outline, and I can go in and pick that up and alter what I've done. And I don't like that real bright white that I picked up by accident, so let me go back in and GPU preview that again. Hey, what about that? That's not as bad, huh? And if I don't like all these darker colors coming in here, I can go back in, I can tweak that, I can make some changes to that as well. Now that you have your lemon completely colored in, you can go in and delete your template. You won't need that anymore. So now we've got just the lemon that we created. Make sure you save. You don't want to mess this up. You want to make sure that you have your direct selection tool again. We're going to click to select the center point on the bottom internal mesh line. So that would be this one. We're going to add a new mesh line to the bottom of the lemon because that shadow that we've got down here is just a little too much. We want to get that a little less. When we select a point, the fill color is now changed to match the color of that point that we selected. And this is going to become the color for the new point we're going to add. Click away from the shape to deselect it. And then we're going to find the mesh tool in the tool panel. That's this one. And pick that up. Move the cursor over your center guidelines and you see the mesh will pop back up. And we want to get between that bottom edge and the first internal horizontal line. See the plus sign? I'm going to click on this and it's going to add a new horizontal line. Using the same method, change the color of each mesh point to match the point immediately above it. So we're going to go in with our direct selection tool. We're going to go in again. We're going to pick up an anchor point and pick up your eyedropper tool. And we're going to take and change the colors to the point above so that we can change those lower points. Okay, so using your control key, toggle back to your direct selection key, and we're just going to make those lines narrower, or that gradient a little bit narrower. Take it up, pick up the point above it. That restricts that shadow. We can actually do the same thing over here if you're not liking the colors on the end. So if you don't like how the color is going, select a point, pick up the color next to it. That might be too bright. We can pick up another color. So maybe we want to lighten that just a little bit. Let's pick a gradient in there. Control, lighten it just a hair. Until you're happy with the way your lemon is looking. And then save.